Show the world. Let them know it's Halloween. Hit it!
Greetings, I am your host, Doctor Wolfula. It's finally October, and I figure I'd better start the month off with a review of the strangest entry in the Halloween series, Halloween 3: Season of the Witch. You see, back in the late 70s, the original Halloween was the biggest indie hit at the time, and changed the horror movie industry forever. The film was eventually made into a franchise, but with Halloween 2 killing their star player, Michael Myers, the creators chose to start fresh with each sequel, telling a different story on Halloween. This strategy, of course, failed with Season of the Witch, a movie about masks that turn your head into bugs. Let's watch. The film starts out with an old man doing some late-night jogging. Wait, I think he's being chased by that car. How's he managing to outrun cars at his age? After a little game of cat strangles mouse, the old man uses his wits to dispatch his potential murderer. Wow, the look on this guy's face is the same one a deer makes before it slams through your windshield. So the old man continues his escape and ends up, like most drunks, talking gibberish as he passes out at a gas station. The attendant drives the guy to either the hospital or a roadside ditch. Elsewhere, Dr. Dan Chalice is arriving at his ex-wife's home so he can give his brat kids their Halloween masks. Being the ungrateful monsters they are, Dan's kids state they already have masks that aren't shit.
Mom already got us masks.
Silver Shamrock brand, which has a commercial on all the goddamn time. Get used to this song because you'll hear it 30 more times. Dr. Chalice is called back to the hospital to check up on the crazy guy from earlier. The man wakes up when he hears the Silver Shamrock commercial and starts ranting.
They're going to kill us. All of us.
What a crackpot, right? He gets killed in the night by a dude wearing OJ's gloves.
Touch your nose.
The murderer then sets himself on fire. Maybe he wasn't crazy. The next day, the dead man's daughter, Ellie, shows up to identify her dad's corpse.
What happened?
Oh, some crazy man killed himself in the parking lot right after. Drugs, probably.
Everybody wants to be cool. But doing it with crack isn't just wrong. It could be dead wrong.
Dr. Chalice does what he usually does on a Friday night. Gets hammered while watching cartoons. Ellie meets him there and they discuss what happened to her father that night.
I saw something that night. I don't know, your father came into the hospital and I thought he was crazy, out of his mind. He's hanging on to a Halloween mask, he wouldn't let it go. And what he said was, they're gonna kill us all. And in a little while, he was dead. And I don't know what the hell is going on.
They deduce that the Silver Shamrock Company must have something to do with the deaths that night, and team up to investigate it, Scully and Mulder style. Awesome! They head out to Santa Mira, where Silver Shamrock is located, and rent out a motel room where they can plan their next move. And make with the love. Now I know why he's helping her. Oh, and this happens next door. Explaining why would take up this entire review, plus 3 more hours. Let's just move on. A day later, Dan and Ellie meet the president of Silver Shamrock, Colonel Cochran.
How would you like a guided tour?
Oh, thank you, sir. Would it be all right if my friends come along?
Oh, yes, I was just about to ask them. If you'd like to?
They are given a tour of the factory with a family. Geez, they only make those 3 masks? A jack-o'-lantern mask is really creative. Dan gets spooked by the sight of some creepy guys that look like the man that killed Ellie's dad, so they get the hell out of there. That night, the duo prepares to skip town. When Dan comes back from a failed attempt to call the police, he notices Ellie isn't in the room, and there are 5 men outside who want his blood. Dan gets out only to waste his opportunity of survival by going straight to the place that wants him dead. Seriously, not where I would have gone. He sneaks around the mask factory looking for anything remotely incriminating and interrogates a granny.
Where's the girl? Where is she? Where is she? Where is she?
Granny was a robot? Oh shit. So Dan and this fellow duke it out until the good doctor takes the fight too far by punching through the guy's heart. Ew, he was made of marmalade. Cochran catches up with Dan and explains that all of his goons are actually robots.
The outer features took much longer to perfect, but then, of course, in the end, it's just another form of mask making. Bless you.
Robots have no souls. You see, Cochran stole a part of Stonehenge because, well, see for yourself. Okay, so a kid with a silver shamrock mask will watch this stupid commercial on Halloween, and somehow this causes the mask to turn the kid's head into crickets and snakes. These kill everybody. Only Charles Manson could have thought of this fucking premise. Somehow that plan is actually working. Every kid on Earth is wearing one of these 3 masks, even if it doesn't go with their fucking costume. Does Jack-o'-lantern ballerina on a skateboard make any sense to you? No? Good, you're still sane. Cochran tries to explain why he's doing all this, but it's pointless because anyone who wanted to know what's happening in this movie left the theater by now. So Dan's bound to a chair with a TV set to channel murder and a mask on his head. Dan pulls a MacGyver and swings on out of there through the air ducts. He manages to rendezvous with his gal pal and they escape together. But first, Dan has a score to settle. He sabotages the equipment, making Stonehenge kill everyone, including Cochran, who becomes one with the Force. So it's over, and they're free. They both lived happily ever after. What the hell? Wait, she was a robot all along? Well, that kind of explains the acting, but still. This guy sure knows how to kill robots. It doesn't even matter if it's the woman he loves. He'll still kill it right away. Dan's mission isn't over yet. He still has to get that commercial off the air. He calls someone who has control of all the TV stations in the world and gets all but one of the commercials off.
All witches, all skeletons, all jack-o'-lanterns.
The third commercial, it's still on, please. Take off the third channel, it's still running. Stop it, please, for God's sake, please stop it. There's no more time. You've got to, please, stop it now, turn it off. Turn it off. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it! Stop it!
Okay, fine. Happy now? Well, there you have it, folks. Halloween 3. You could probably guess after this why Halloween 4 was called The Return of Michael Myers, I bet. It's not a bad movie by any stretch of the imagination. Just expect it to confuse you more than scare you. I rate it the Terminator out of no Michael Myers. Get out of here!